This condition is not easy, and for somebody who loves to sing, to experience weakness has got to be depressing.
I don't think I ever talked about how psychologically damaging it was to lose my voice. I lost myself and I felt like I died because singing was such a big part of my life. Why even be alive anymore? Alright, let me finish eating my cereal. We'll watch some videos while we eat the cereal and then... Oh no, I don't think I can watch this. Oh god. Why did I haven't seen this.
In her condition, common variable immunodeficiency. It is an immune system disorder that causes low levels of the proteins in the body that help fight infections, which cause respiratory issues, causes issues to the system of breathing, and singing is breathing. So let's see what we have here today.
Thank you.
I feel bad for her already because that does not sound like fun if you like to sing.
It's true.
I also read that she is a coloratura soprano. Wow. All I know is she's a rock star, and...
I was. I don't think I am anymore, but... You know, we could lie and say I still am.
This ought to be interesting.
Oh, that's me. Let me move this way. Wait, I'm so scared. What is she gonna say? She's a vocal coach. I'm scared. I'm having flashbacks of when I had a vocal coach. Help! Help! Help me! And now the end is near. Oh my god. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm cringing. Help me. And so I face
Nice
the
vibrato.
final curtain. Thank you very much. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
She has a pretty voice.
Lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I didn't. Oh my god! I heard a mistake and it bugged me. Sorry. This was from Subathon, so I was like crying. Okay. I'm just letting you know.
I love her tone.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption.
That's a really pretty tone.
And each jotted goal, each Thank you. Step She's so sweet. Way, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I beat up more than I can chew.
Great diaphragmatic support.
Through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall. Oh my god, she liked it. What? And did it my way.
Good for you, girl.
I've loved, I've laughed and cried.
She has a beautiful
I've
voice.
had my fill, my share of losing.
We'll talk about the condition when she's
And
done.
now, as tears subside, I find it all. By this point of the song, I was already crying. Amusing. I was struggling to hold it together. It was so bad. I did all that, and may I say, it was so tough. It was so hard to have control. Oh no. Oh no, not me. Did you hear that part? That part? Oh my god, I almost broke at that part. When I said, oh no, not me, I almost choked on myself. My way, for what is a man? What has he got play the piano. That was cute. Oh my god, she's so sweet.
Aww.
She's so sweet. Ah! They're crying. Stop! Oh no!
This whole subathon has been amazing. I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished. It's going to suck not seeing my favorite streamer every single day when I get off work, though.
Aww. Start crying. Oh my god.
Oh, wow. That just, oh,
she's so
you
sweet.
In the heart, right?
Thank you so
She's
much.
Unreal. Okay, I read
She's
a little
so
bit
sweet.
about
Oh my
the
goodness.
fact, you
What
know,
the
her
fuck?
background being a streamer and wanting to sing, and this condition basically has led to this higher pitched voice, which I'm sure draws attention. First of all, I want to say that she has lovely breath control. I honestly thought with this condition, I thought that she would struggle more with, you know, some of these long held notes that she...
It's funny because she doesn't know like the time period of how we've gotten to this point, because it's like when I first started streaming I could barely sing. It was almost like I was learning how to sing again when I first started singing on stream, and yet still people still liked it. I thought it was absolutely terrible because I basically had to like relearn everything that I learned before in my life, and then with careful practice and with continuous practice, we got better and better, and I think I've improved quite a bit. And it's been a journey. I mean, it's almost 8 years. It's 8 years of practicing, basically, I think, in my opinion. Almost 8 years. We're 7+ years, going on 8 this year, so it's been quite a journey. That's why, like, it's crazy when I see people like talk shit and say like weird stuff about how like, what the fuck? I thought this and I thought that and I thought this about her. It's like, motherfucker, it's been 7+ years. You have no idea the amount of like shit I've had to go through, like the amount of progress that I've made from how fucked up I was before, and now it's been slow progress, but progress nonetheless. It's crazy.
He's hitting. I thought that she would have a harder time with her breath support. She did an awesome job with all of that. I am a vocal coach. Link in the description if you're interested in lessons yourself. I mean, she did a wonderful job, and I read that she's bedridden. This condition has really isolated
not anymore,
her.
baby.
So this person has so much to overcome, not the least of which is judgment over a high-pitched voice. Why don't we just cover why voices can be higher? We have 3 different things that matter as far as this goes.
Oh, she's gonna talk about voice types. Awesome.
The length of the vocal cords being shorter. So when you have really, really young voices...
It's been a long road, it's true, and we are all overjoyed to be able to travel it with you, Mousey.
Thank you.
And it ain't over yet, baby.
Thank you, Wicked. Thank you very much. Bass tenor? I am not a bass or tenor.
They have a ukulele, right? So that leads to higher voices. You have tension in the vocal cords, so it's no different than this right here, this slack balloon. So you create tension, and then that leads to the higher pitches, and then the thickness of the vocal cords. In my lessons and my reaction videos, I do kind of like to use like bass guitars, have thicker strings and lead to thicker sounds. So thinner vocal cords can cause those thinner, higher sounds.
Yeah.
And in researching, so common variable immunodeficiency can definitely cause damage and weakness, causing thinness, and also the ability to achieve those tensions.
That's another thing that I noticed. Over the years, my voice used to be way more full. I used to have a lot more like warmer tone to my voice and a deeper sound to my voice, and then slowly as I got older and like the continuous like infections that I would get, I noticed that slowly the fullness and the warmness started going away, and it was pretty tough, man. It was pretty tough, and a lot of people just don't get it. Because they don't understand how vocal cords work, and they think that they don't understand. So, but what you're saying is absolutely correct.
He my way. You need pliability in there. She did a great job with
Thank
this,
you.
is in my opinion. So I just think this condition has caused more thinness with her vocal cords and damaged, but it doesn't make it any less beautiful.
During subathon, I had gotten very sick and couldn't work, which led to me losing my job.
No!
Watching you was the main thing. They helped me get through it all as I healed. I'm still not fully healthy, but I'm finally back to working.
I'm so glad
Thanks
you're
so
back
much,
to
Mousey
working.
and Cat.
I'm so glad, Fairy Teeth. Thank you for the bits. Thank you.
When I was complimenting her in there, even though she has that higher sound, I mean, most of the time people sing this in the Frank Sinatra key, in this key.
For me, for a long time, as I was learning how to sing again, and as I was getting back into singing, I saw an ENT and they stuck a camera down my throat. And yes, my vocal cords are thinning. What bothered me the most was hearing the sound of my voice in my ears and hearing it sound so thin, because it was a very jarring sound to me and I wasn't used to hearing my voice that way. It was a particular way. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes, like, when I would hit specific notes, it hit in a way that it just didn't sound pleasing to me, and I just really hated it. I did not like it. I hated it a lot. Now I'm kind of okay with it. I'm fine. I feel like I've regained a little bit more of my lower register, and I've regained a little bit more fullness again. It's still not, I mean, it's nowhere near what I used to sound like, but it is what it is, and I've learned to love my voice the way it is now.
Down the octave low. But okay, so what I just did there, down there, she's still, everything above her vocal cords, which are doing their job, everything above that, in the vocal tract, in the pharynx, her resonant space, she was achieving everything she needed to. It's just that her vocal cords are presumably thinner, and presumably just a little bit weaker. To be perfectly honest, I expected in her speaking voice and in her singing voice for her to have far less control because of the weakness that would have happened due to this condition. So,
bro, that was all that training I did.
That is just a test.
Don't get it twisted though. There's a lot of moments where I do lose control and I don't have specifically when I try to do like low voice stuff, and sometimes when I even when I try to hit some of my high notes, it depends on the note though. It's just all the shit that I've gone through.
Testament to her natural ability. There's no question. To have that kind of breath control, the way she was belting this song out, total control. It just boils down to thickness and thinness of the vocal cord and the length. I'm just, I'd be really curious if she was ever scoped. What it would look like down there.
It looks like it looks terrible. I haven't been scoped recently. I got scoped at the beginning when I first started streaming, and it was pretty bad. But I haven't been scoped recently, which, by the way, that reminds me, I'm due for another ENT visit very soon, so stay tuned on the state of my vocal cords. I'll ask them to take a picture. I'll show you a picture. I'll show you a picture of my vocal cords the next time.
Because of her condition, I am just so curious, but achieving, I would expect with this condition, somebody would have like involuntary muscle spasms. So that meaning that creates tension at random. And when you're creating that tension at random, that means a spasm where you're automatically, this means you're going higher in pitch with the vocal cords. So I feel like I'm using that demonstration like way too much.
It's a perfect demonstration. Thank you.
But anyway,
Scope review?
it would cause involuntary.
Isn't that very personal? Bro, there's this VTuber that showed pictures of like her colon and her esophagus. So yeah, it is, but it's just my vocal cords. You don't want to see them? You don't want to see my vocal cords?
Spasm where she would quickly thin down. So I'm just so impressed at the total control over it.
Mousey,
It's
I can
awesome.
tell your voice
What a
has
beautiful
changed
voice.
since 2020,
That's
even
very
in your
true.
speaking voice. But you sound amazing, so keep being amazing.
Thank you. It's so, oh my god. I went on Twitter today. Don't ask. I went on Twitter today, right? And on Twitter, Anthony posted a TikTok of Damien talking about my voice. And some of the comments were just... some of the comments were so funny because, like, they were like, that voice is put on. It's so fake. Blah, blah, blah. Even though, like, I'm, like, debunking that it's not fake. And then, like, people were saying... Some of the comments were also saying that I talk like a kid. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean I talk like a kid? I talk like an adult. And they were like, she's using W's instead of R's. And I'm just like, bro, I'm just Puerto Rican. I'm just ESL, bro. If you hear an accent, it's not an Uwu voice. I'm literally ESL, bro. What the fuck? Like, what? How do you want me to speak? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Place. And
Let me my Cheerios.
I mean, if people are giving her a hard time over having a higher voice, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, everybody has a set amount of frets on the fretboard.
True.
Everybody has range that they're going to have.
If the kids in
And
your
I would
life
just
swear
say-
like Mouse does, you're doing something wrong.
That is so true. But I don't think I sound like a kid. Like, I don't do like, oh, woo. You know what I mean? I talk like a normal person. I just have an accent. I'm not white, bros. I don't know what to tell you. Which I don't get, because my voice, like, I know my voice does sound different. Combination of the microphone, the sound quality, all this shit, whatever. But also, I really do feel like my voice has gotten a little bit more normal. I mean, it's still pretty high, but it's nothing like as bad as it was before.
And I would just say that she's dealing with thinner chords, having difficulty with the lower end. It was not even, I mean, she had no issues
Thank
achieving
you.
this song. I'm just gonna shut up. I really, really love the tone of her voice.
Thank
and
you.
She has great control. This was awesome. Honestly, I'd love to hear more of her sing. She has a beautiful voice. And my heart just, goes out to her. I was kind of welling up with tears at the end with her because I understand that it's so overwhelming, but
Aww.
I don't
she's
know
so sweet.
how
She's
she
so
was
sweet.
feeling
What
in the
the
moment.
fuck?
But me as a coach, I'm thinking, yeah, girl, you got it. You nailed it. You got your breath support. You got your vocal control.
She's so positive. It's so strange.
And you did an amazing job.
She's so positive.
Period. She should be an inspiration to everybody. And that's all I really have to say about that. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey.
Oh my
That's the
God,
first
she's so
time I've
positive.
ever
It's
heard
so
her. She's
sweet. I feel like I'm
wildly
gonna cry.
popular. And I totally think a very talented singer who has been put into a difficult circumstance and just knocked this out of the park. This was live, right? Oh my
Yeah.
God. I mean, good for you. This condition is not easy. And for somebody who loves to sing, to experience weakness at the vocal cord level and a lack of strength has got to be depressing. You just killed it.
Oh boy, bro. Man, I don't think I ever talk about, like, well, I mean, I've talked about it, but, like, I don't think I ever stressed how life-shattering not being able to sing was to me, and how gut-wrenching and psychologically damaging it was to lose my voice for, like, a year. and to just be too sick to talk and too sick to speak to people and too sick to sing or even like hum. I just felt like I lost myself and I felt like I died. I felt like I died. Like I didn't know who I was because singing was such a big part of my life that like I just felt like who the fuck, why even be alive anymore? You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of life anyway? I just felt like I wasted my whole entire life. Everything that I worked for was for nothing. It was pretty bad. I got to a pretty dark place, but at the time, I was so sick that I was on so much medicine. Think about it this way: you're depressed and you are the lowest of the low. But you're so sick and you're on so much medication that you don't even know what the fuck is going on. And you're at the point where you just stop caring about everything and you just exist. And it's like you don't feel anything anymore. You're just nothing. You just feel like
I had a tear in one of my
nothing.
vocal folds when my voice was maturing and I was forced to sing soprano, although I had chest voice register as a bass baritone. Ended up as a tenor, because there were so few men with high enough falsetto like me at the time.
Oh my.
Long now after 10 years of training I am getting confident with my voice again.
I'm so proud of you, Radiant. That's wonderful to hear. Let's go. I'm so proud. That's so great to hear. Listen, man, your journey never ends. You might feel like the world is ending and your life is over, but if you could find a way to take all that shit and to make it your bitch,
She heard you sing once and could feel your whole story in your voice. That's more special than any idiot on Twitter can hope to understand.
Yeah. You just gotta learn how to... You have to find a way to live your own way and find a way to just make life yours again. And I know it's really hard. It's hard to make your life yours again after all the shit is going on and you feel like you have no control over anything that's going on. And it's gonna take a long time and it could take forever. And it's a lot of effort, but I mean, it's possible. If I could do it, you can do it. If I could do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Not gonna lie. I totally get that because for years I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything. I just thought that was it and my life was over and I was never gonna do anything ever again and I was just waiting for the end, I guess. You know? And it's not always clear. It's not always clear what path you have to take. It might take a long time, but you can regain it again and you can get back there. You can get back to it again. You can. It might not be in the way that you want it to happen, and it might not be in the way you want it to. You expected things to work out in, but you can, because I can assure you, none of this is what I expected. I didn't expect any of this shit. You're never too old to start again. You are never too old to start again. Never. If you still got fight in you left, it's not too late. Not even a worm? No.
Killed it. You killed it in my book.
Thank you very much. You're gonna make me cry. I'm already crying.
Awesome. Just really. And if you are a singer and you're dealing with a vocal condition like this, or just inspired by Ironmouse, please sign up for a lesson. Link in the description.
Yeah!
Because
sign
I'm
up
all
for our
about getting
lesson,
a
bro.
person from point A
She's
to point
so
V.
sweet. She's so nice.
Point V.
I've never...
Point A to point B. I'm
just not used to positive reinforcement. It's crazy.
We see where your voice is at. I take you to the next level. That's what we do in vocal lessons. And Ironmouse, you rock. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Oh my God, she's so sweet. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. Oh, Jesus. My heart. My heart. That was so kind. I'm just not used to positive reinforcement. I'm not saying my vocal coaches were bad. It's just, I came from a very critical environment when it came to singing. Like, a lot of times when you're on the classical level, people are just very critical of your performance, and it's...
Take my fucking kisses!
Just, I guess it's like the traditional way, in a sense. I guess it's just a traditional way to deal with things, because it is what it is. So I'm not used to positive reinforcement, so it always chokes me up when I see it. And when I hear it. Oh, my vocal coaches. Have the onions been put away? I hope so. I don't want to cry anymore. Holy shit.